Alright guys, came down to the creek today for the purpose of figuring out whether or not these CREME trout bugs work or not. I mean, they look really cool. I've been seeing them in like Walmart and stuff, and I just figured you know, might as well try it and make a video, and we'll find out together, figure out how they fish and what's the best ways to fish them, and maybe we'll get hooked up with a big one. I'm thinking I'm going to start off with this guy right here, and the way it feels, it's really rubbery and soft and really light, so I'm guessing it's not going to sink. So I've got a little split shot sinker here. We're going to rig this up and make a few casts, see what happens. Alright, so the first thing I'm figuring out about this thing is the eyelet of the hook is covered, which is really weird. I don't know if you can see that, but I figured out that this plastic's so soft, if you pull the head of this bait back a little bit and hold it with your finger, you can get your string to pass through there, and then you can tie your knot, which that's pretty cool. So let's get tied up with this guy and we'll make a few casts with him. I am using fluorocarbon with the intentions of making these baits sink. Now I don't know if they fish better on top, so that might have been a bad call, but we'll find out. Alright, we got her knot tied, and that's a pretty sick looking little bait right there. Can't lie, I don't know how the hookup ratio will be with that, but we'll find out. Alright, let's get after it. There's a fish, guys. Good one. On the trout buck. Oh, he came off. But nonetheless, I was kind of afraid that that little hook might have some pop-offs. But nonetheless, the CREME trout bug, success so far. Oh gosh, there's a fish, guys. Good one. On the CREME bug. Oh man. And here I was thinking it may be a bust. That's a solid rainbow on this CREME bug. It just looks so good. I mean, it has to work. Okay, let's get him in the net. There he is. First fish on one of the CREME bugs. Heck yeah. Oop. And lively as usual. Alright, there we go. First fish on the CREME bug. That last fish came on the CREME bug. A split shot and a float. Let's get back in there and see if we can make it happen again. Alright, I took off the one with the wings. I'm going to use the one that looks like a hellgrammite. This thing just looks vicious. Same deal though, you kind of got to pull back the plastic to feed the string. And there you go. Got the bait tied up here. And a little ways up, split shot. And we'll add a float. We'll see how it goes. With this hellgrammite's shape and color and action, it should get bit just naturally floating through there, because they do float a little bit. They have a pincher on their backside that helps them attach to a stone, and if that pincher lets loose, then obviously they're going to roll along the bottom until they you know, re-pinch another rock. So with that being said, this technique should work. Just kind of slowly bouncing it through there. Deer blowing off in the distance. Must have snuck in behind us here. Ooh, that may have been a strike. Ooh, it was. Yes, it was. And we missed it. Okay, so that's not good. This hook has more than enough exposed. So we'll just get back in there and try that again. That was definitely a bite on the hellgrammite. Come on now. I'm honestly not too impressed with these baits. I mean, they look pretty good in the packaging, but as far as fishability goes, they got a pretty poor fishability. The hookup ratio is pretty bad. There's one. But they do get bites. See if we can keep this guy on. Uh-oh. Got him. That one came on the black woolly bugger pattern. And of course the bait wants to stay stuck in the net. Of course it does. Okay, we'll just let this guy go first. Then we'll worry about the bait. But he did come on the black woolly bugger CREME Trout Bugs. Hellgrammite, I'm not really a fan. This little guy right here comes 2 to a pack. It looks pretty good. We'll give it a try. I do feel like all of these bugs in their own defense could be really deadly in the perfect situation. I mean, absolutely unbeatable in the perfect situation. And that's every bug in every pattern. Primarily just due to the fact that at certain times in certain areas, certain bugs or larvae are hatching out or flying around or landing on the water. And if you could compare those baits at the right time, because these baits are super lifelike, if you could compare those baits at the right time, I mean, it could be lights out. Alright, we're going to do the last cast with the CREME baits, and then I'll give you a little quick thought of what I think about it, about all of them that I've tried, which is about half of their selection, or at least in my local stores. And we'll go from there. So here's my honest, unbiased opinion about CREME baits. I think they're absolutely phenomenal. They're made pretty solid. I like the idea of the hidden hook. I like the idea of the realistic like pattern. I do feel like in manufacturing they leave a little bit to be desired as far as, you know, hookability and fishability, but essentially you have to get the bite first, and this bait right here is a bite getter without a doubt. So as far as CREME Trout Bugs would go, I would highly recommend buying some, keeping them in your pack, because these little baits right here, they could absolutely be a deal breaker in the right situation.